Hi, welcome to Forgotten Legends of Sound. Today we are doing a review with me and Kevin. We're trying to just kind of do a little bit of stuff before I move away. So this was going to be like our semi-annual kind of event. We were planning on doing like double albums for like a special half-year thing and then doing something crazy at the end of the year, kind of like Les Miserables. So today we're doing a double album, and it is an album that we think is kind of underrated. Like, it's Therion's...
Not unknown or anything.
Not unknown. Yeah. The band's, like, not obscure at all. But this album, I think, is kind of... it's not always mentioned as, like, the top stuff for Therion, but honestly, it's my favorite album from them. I think this album's awesome. This album doesn't really reflect as much some of their operatic kind of stuff or even some of their death metal stuff from back in the day. It's kind of its own beast. It feels like this blend of, like, progressive with symphonic metal sort of tied together, and they kind of have a handful of singers to do different parts here and there and stuff, but I think it's a phenomenal album. It's about an hour and a half long. Came out in 2007. I remember when it came out, this album actually kind of pulled me into Therion because I remember listening on Nuclear Blast website. They were promoting the Wand of Abaris or whatever on there, and I was like, that's interesting, that's kind of different. And then I remember listening to Typhon from Lemuria,
right.
And then I was kind of like, okay, this band's pretty cool. And then I think I picked this and the Lemuria Sirius B kind of around the same time. It was probably 2007 when we picked up those CDs. But anyways, yeah, this is a band that we've loved for at least the last 15 years. Not everything clicks for me that Therion's done, but they've got a lot of great albums. So yeah, I'm excited to do this one.
Yeah, I'm excited to go through this album because we've been talking about this album, ever since 2007. We've been sharing it with our friends and everything, like, oh, check this out, And 2007 was such an awesome year for albums.
Yeah.
Like, we would be like, oh, maybe this is the best. Oh, maybe this album. Oh, maybe this, and it just, 2007 was such a crazy year with a lot of standout albums, from a variety of bands. And Therion's just one of them that was just great for that year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, similar backstory. Like, yeah, I mean, I got into Therion because you were checking them out, and then you were like, oh, hey, Kevin, check this out and everything. And I can't really remember if they clicked right away. I part of me kind of thinks that they did because like the operatic stuff and everything was not super foreign to me. So I was just like, because I was already into like Symphony X, into like Rhapsody, other kind of operatic stuff, and then having that goth element as well, or it worked for me,
Yeah.
So it wasn't hard to get into Therion. But yeah, this is definitely my favorite album from them as well. So yeah, not much to say about this band in general, except that, like, yeah, this is a great album, so I'm looking forward to going through it.
Some of the lyrics are like in other languages. They're talking about like old ancient religions from around the world and stuff. So you're not gonna get like in depth, like
that was a good love song. Yeah, I like that love song.
Yeah, like you're never gonna get us to, like, we probably won't know what the heck a lot of this is because it's like the lion breaks the seal, Paraketh this, and it's like all this stuff. Like, I don't know any of this stuff, but I think for people that are all into like either occult stuff or like ancient related mythology and stuff, I think that they would find this really interesting. I just haven't like looked up every single lyric to see what it is all about. But with that being said, like musically and everything, like this is still so freaking cool that they're one of those bands that I think hit me more musically rather than lyrically, because lyrically there's a few moments that shine for me, but for the most part,
more the music.
It's more the music that kind of hits me. So that's kind of my expectation going to reading this. But it would be cool seeing what stands out, though, because
so we are reading the lyrics and everything, going through the whole thing, and we are gonna rate this album like we do all of our other videos, between a 1 through 10. So yeah, let's just jump into it.
Yeah. Alrighty, you guys ready? Well, you ready, Kevin?
Where are you, Chad? Where are you at, Chad?
Shout out to Chad.
Shout out to Chad.
So here's the first song, Der Mitternachtslau.
Chad's living the good life now.
The good life. So here's Der Mitternachtslau. Hopefully I pronounced that right. We'll see. I think this is a cool opener. I like this song. This one's cool. so cool. And whatever's making that sound, it's probably the keyboard, but there's something about that sound that just sounds cool, like ancient sounding or something. Her voice, man, is fucking amazing. One thing I like about her voice is like it's almost like it's not full on operatic sounding, but it's not
Yeah.
full on like pop singer sounding
Yeah,
either. Like it's kind
true.
of in between. It's like more majestic than like a pop singer,
Yeah.
but not as full blown as some of the operatic singers and stuff.
Right.
Really beautiful voice. Should I go first?
Yeah,
or
you
wanna
go first. Go ahead and go first, yeah.
I'll go first. You know,
Why not?
I think I'm giving that one a 10. What's funny is when I first heard this album and in time that it came, this wasn't like my favorite, but over time I was just kind of like, this is a cool song. Now I kind of like this song because it's got like this certain, it's got a little bit of everything all wrapped up
Yeah.
into it. And there's so many cool drumming parts. There's so many cool like melodic parts with the pianos and stuff, and the way the singers all do different parts. Like it's really catchy and it gets stuck in my head. And it's one that it's not one that I think I would go to all the time.
Yeah.
Like constantly, like on repeat, like Sons of the Status of Time, or like
Right.
some of those other ones that I did. But every time I hear it, I'm like, man, this song is so freaking amazing, and it introduces the album really well.
Yeah,
What
man,
do you give this
I'm
one?
torn, man. I was thinking either a 9.5 or a 10. I do like this song a lot, you know, but it's, I guess it is like a mid-tempo kind of, you know, pretty much most of the way. It does change up its tempo from time to time, you know. Like we'll be sitting there, dun, 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 and then they do something a little more, but. Man, I'm torn because everyone's so well together, man. I like the drums a lot. I like the vocalists and everything. The guitars, it seems like the guitars are much more for like chugging and atmosphere. At certain
Yeah.
moments, you know, atmosphere.
Not as
but then
prominent
back
as some
to
of the later
chugging.
songs.
Yeah, exactly. The guitars really go wild on some of the other songs, you know.
Yeah.
Tee up the Trinity, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give it a 9.5. I don't know if I could give it a 10. I do think this is a really solid song, but it's not a song that like I'm you know, it doesn't get me super pumped up and super excited and everything. It's just, but it's so well done. You
Yeah.
know what I mean, for what it is. So
Yeah.
yeah, I can kind of go either way, but yeah.
Yeah, I think just all the different sounds in it. It's one of the most eclectic songs on here in some ways.
Sure.
But also one of the more accessible ones. Like it just fits kind of. You know, there's other songs that are maybe more challenging on this album, and then there's other
Right.
ones that are more accessible, and this one strikes that chord kind of between both.
Right.
Really cool song. You guys ready for Gothic Kabbalah?
Yeah, let's do it.
You're good. I think this is Mads Levin on this one. Yeah, dude, I'm glad they let the bass shine in this. That's so cool. so Therion sounding. Yeah.
I'm gonna give this one a 9. I do think 1 is a stronger song, but this one is a solid like follow up. It's just this album. It's like they can go quick and fast and everything, but a lot of these songs are pretty like mid tempo and stuff. You know what I mean? So I kind of I don't know. I feel like this album like it doesn't like blow you away when you first hear it and everything. Like with a 1-2 punch. But there's something about it though that's unique and interesting.
Yeah. It's definitely an album that grew on me over time.
Yeah.
I still liked it when I first heard it, but even some of the other later songs and stuff, like back in the day, I was like, come on, Troll, man. I think this is a Troll.
Close
like,
up the streams.
Close up the streams, man. Come on, you know. But now it's like every track I find like something really good in it, you know.
Right. I used to listen to disc 1 a lot, but I wasn't as familiar with disc 2, and then I became more familiar with disc 2. And then,
that was me too. Yeah.
But,
and this song too used to be one of my least favorites on disc 1, but man, there's so many good things in it that I'm just like. I think it was because it was sounded very Jethro Tull-ish, and it was just like, you know, all the start-stopping stuff. I was just kind of like, not as cool as some of the other. And I also think that maybe it was because I was so impressed with some of those other songs that I didn't really give too much credence to this song, you know. But this one's really good, and that whole like, you know, that's a cool little riff. With the bass, like that's one thing I love about it. Like Christian, I had to look his name up because it's been forever since I've you know.
It's all good.
I'd like to think that I can remember all the albums and all the people that played things on these albums, but I can't, so I have to look it up. So I looked it up and I was just like, man, dude, he's such a good guitarist. Like that guitar solo was really like fit really well with all the weird juxtaposition, like the riffing and stuff. Like it was just kind of a weird section for a solo, but he made it work really well.
Well, you know? I like that solo because it goes right into the and it's still going, you know. I like because that sort of bridging but then from the solo instead of like the talking part and everything. I like that transition. The song does have good like transitions, you know.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 9 as well. I think that's a great song, and Mads Levin's voice. I don't know who the female is, but I don't know. Every single vocalist on here is amazing. Like, this is like the dream team for Therion, you know. Like this is cool. We were mentioning how the little flute sounded like Therion, because the other album we were thinking about doing was the Human Equation from Therion.
Yeah.
So, anyways, just throwing that out there.
I was thinking like Human Equation, but also a little Into the Electric Castle type stuff. You know, all that stuff. So
this is like the Gothic Norse whatever version of Therion.
Well, when I first like heard of Therion, my first thought was like, is this like a super group or something? You know what I mean? Because I was like. how many people are in this band?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, but yeah, anyways.
Yeah. And from what I remember, I think Christian Johnson or whatever, however you say this stuff, like, I think he's the one that's been with Therion the whole time. I think he's the mastermind, but then I think he always has kind of like how ours has Jimmy Necco as the mastermind, but then I think he has other people fill in some come and go. I think that's the case. But yeah, I don't know. We're just saying stuff online.
Don't listen to us.
Yeah, you know. Alrighty.
All right, yeah, let's
Ready
go.
for some perennial Sophia?
Yeah, this is actually one of the early ones that I heard. Like,
this was loved it then, love it now. And I'm glad everybody has a cool part. 4, 5. Yeah, 5.
Falling to a bird. This
Yeah, I like his voice because it's so different, you know. Like I don't know, this is such a cool album.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 10. That's just an awesome song. The way the chorus is like so. The chorus is so epic. The way it's just like, na na na, she's na 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 na, like it's just rising up, or whatever. Like it's just, man, that's just, yeah, it's just cool. The solo's pretty cool. Yeah, it's got I don't know, it's just a cool song, you know.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
I'm gonna give it a 10 also. I think I do like this the most so far out of the first 3 songs.
Yeah.
I love this song, man. I like the atmosphere and everything, and I like that, you know, so this lower voice vocalist guy in the last like chorus there, he's like, it's like there's much more conviction and like almost like the stakes are higher, and you know. And also when the lady was singing and then he was singing, and you know, do I like now disappear?
Yeah, she'll appear like in a glint of an image,
you know, or disappear. Like it's just, what was that line? Can you?
Let's see.
Yeah, because you know she says like,
she appears in a glare.
Yeah, she will make me see, or she will punish me. She appear in a glare, and then he just says, or disappear. And then it's just, there's a lot of just majesty in this song. I like this song a lot, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 10.
Another thing that I like about Therion too is like, so when you've got like a power metal band, you're like, okay, the same kind of chorus, the same vocalist is doing like, we're going majestic, boys. Sure. Or if like death metal, it's like, okay, we're going like brutal, boys, you know.
Right.
Whereas this, like, they'll have choruses like that fit different kinds of vocalists, so it kind of gives this variety of like, this is the chorus just for the low voice dude or whatever, and then another chorus will be for like a female singer that's higher, and I don't know, I like that. I think that's cool.
I do like bands like this that are hybrid bands. They blend a lot of different genres. You can't just say that they're only doom or they're only, you know, orchestral or they're only symphonic, you know. Like I like that Therion, like they'll do a variety of stuff, you know. The guitars will be chunky sometimes. Other times they do a little bit more speed metal-y type of, you know, licks and things, and it's just
like some Voyage of Gurdjieff, where they're just like black going all out and freaking going for it. This is a really good album.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
You ready for Wisdom and the Cage?
Yeah, let's do it.
Dude, this one blew me away when I heard it, because I was like, this is so weird but so freaking cool, you know.
Right.
What a monster.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. All right, this is your jam.
Dang, man. I'm thinking 9.5 or 10.
Oh my gosh.
I think it does deserve a 10, dude.
Yeah.
I think it really does,
Yeah.
man. The freak, man. It's awesome, man.
You know, it's hard enough as is. It's hard enough
the
as
way
is.
it just I like the first half of the song is so different from the second half of the song. I feel like this song they really it's funny, every song they experiment, but they really kind of like they do this kind of 3/4 waltz feel throughout the entire song, you know. And I think the drummer does a great job keeping everybody grounded and everything. It just, man, anyways, it's I don't know. I don't have much to add except it's just there's something about this song that I really like, and I like the first vocalist guy, Mads Levin.
I thought it was Snowy Shaw that did
Oh,
the
is he
vocals
doing
on
the
this
vocals?
one. Yeah.
Okay,
I think so.
When he comes in, he's just like, "I'm my spirit, you know, he's freaking out,
like freaking out.
Like I love it when vocalists get really into it, and they're just like, you know, let me out of the cage, you know. It just there's something really cool about this song, you know. It's just like freak, man. So. Yeah.
Let's see. Vocals.
Dope, man.
So he's got that little symbol next to his name.
Oh, you gotta check the symbol.
Yeah, I gotta see which symbol, which part is.
But yeah, even with like that bass solo section, you know, it's cool being able to just kind of relax a bit and not go full on jazz, but do something a little bit more rhythmically jazz, if that makes sense, you know. So that's pretty cool. But anyways. Can't find it, huh?
Yeah, I'm having a hard time figuring this booklet out. I think it's Snowy Shaw, just because Mads Levin has more of that powerful kind of voice, and I think Snowy Shaw has more of this voice. I could be wrong. Someone will have to correct us if we got it wrong.
Sure.
But whoever that is, dude,
he did a great job.
He did such an amazing job. Because I love it how he's like freaking like. What's the word when you're like he's like hamming it up, you know, in a way that's really cool. He's just like, "Berhard is the only truth," and it's just like it's very expressive, almost like he's on a play, like he's some character. Like I'm locked up, and you know, he doesn't seem like super sane or something. And I like how he goes higher, and he's just freaking I love that bit. And then the whole Sophie is like the majestic release or something after the first half being, you know, I don't know, locked up or something, you know.
I feel
that's
like
awesome.
Like this album and like this song in particular, I feel like this band does a great job of like not going too much and not going too little. You know, they'll it just freely goes, you know, and you don't feel like they're stifling themselves. You don't feel like there's too much instrumentation or too little. Like it feels like it just happens when it's supposed to happen.
And it doesn't feel like they're being weird just to be weird or anything. Like it feels very.
It's just well put together.
It's just well put together. Yeah. And I think that's probably everybody playing a part in it. And again, I've already said this, but I love that they give the bass plenty of time to shine because a lot of metal albums don't do that, you know?
Right.
So this one just has such a unique sound that's just really cool.
Right.
Oh, I gave it 10 too. I don't know if I said
it. I don't think you said it, but
Cool. Ready for Son of the Staves of Time?
Let's do it. This was a song that we would get other people into this band. Like we would use this song. Like
it is a good. It is a good one to get people into Therion.
Oh man.
Some more Norse stuff, I guess.
I know for reals. I don't know who Titus on is. I don't know.
I have no idea. It's the son of Titus. Like this is just so damn good.
You
Yeah, buddy. All right, Ian. What do you give
is
this
this
one?
mine?
Yep.
I'm giving it a freaking 10. I'm giving it a 10, man. It's just so free. What's funny is this song, track 4 and 3, all 3 of them gave me chills, you know?
Right.
I think it's because maybe I haven't listened to this in a while.
Yeah.
And I'm like remembering how awesome all these songs are and stuff.
Right.
And then they're just hitting me and I'm just like, yeah, you know? But,
Right.
dude, Mads Levin's vocals in that song are freaking awesome. The chorus, the way it's just like, nah, 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 you know, like that sound is so cool. Like, yeah, man, ascending and crap. And
it
it's
really
just,
is
it's so
ascending,
epic.
like,
It's fucking epic as crap, man. I don't know. It gets me head banging. It's freaking sick. Like, yeah, that's such a magical freaking song.
For people who love epic music and everything, it's even the power metal crowd and everything who haven't gotten into Therion. This is a song to show them. You know, they would be like, oh man, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely super epic and everything. I give it a 10 also. I think the drummer does great. I like the backing vocals too. They just create this whole like big soundscape like you're in the heavens or something. Everything is like purple and pink and cloudy and whatever.
Take me,
and
Valkyrie.
then it's like, yeah, exactly. It's got that whole Odin, you know, the gates open up and you're in freaking Valhalla or whatever, you know, like straight up. So
yeah, it's such an awesome song.
Yeah, it's such a great song, and I like the way they outro out with the triumphant, you know, it just and the guitar does a lot of that kind of. It's almost like a rolling guitar. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it just everything contributes to a very rhythmic, a little gallop, and you know, it just, I don't know, everyone did a freaking great job on that one, you know. I just love every time they go back into it, and you got that, you know, when it goes into there, you can't help but be like into it, man.
Yeah, I also like where he's just like, I thought he said like your own time comes or calls or something,
your own.
But really, what he actually says is
like Nordicon, Nordicon,
Nordicon. Is what he's actually said. But that's just sounds so epic when he
Tiandalan, Tetragrammaton.
And then the crowd like freaking doing that.
Yeah.
Gosh dang. That might be one of the best songs they've ever freaking written.
I love
so
songs.
good.
Yeah, I love that song, and I feel like maybe it would mean a lot more if we understood these references. You know, because that's the hard thing is not really understanding these references, but you just sort of roll with it and you're just like, I don't know, Valkyrie, you know, Odin.
But I mean, the music and stuff, you still feel like this sort of like cosmic, you know, like larger than life vibe to it, and I don't know, that's cool. Yeah,
great song. It is my favorite on the album for sure.
Yeah, that's probably mine too.
Oh, do you feel like some tuna?
I like some tuna. You hungry for some tuna?
I'm hungry for some tuna.
Mushu, you hungry?
Mushu, you hungry?
All right, let's do some tuna.
Yeah.
Tuna 1613. This is an underrated one.
Yeah, I like this one.
I don't think anyone really talks about it, but this song is freaking awesome. Yeah.
It's like the beginning of Voyager Gurdjieff.
I know. This is probably the same vocalist on the Serious B stuff.
Wild.
Dude, that's a sick song.
Yeah, that is a dope song. I'm gonna give it a 10, man.
Yeah.
I like that boogie woogie feel that the guitar, you know,
Dude, it's a boogie song. I like
it's like a boogie song. Like you know, it's a boogie song. What do you want me to say? You know,
boogie with Therion.
Yeah, I love every time he says, you know, the year of doom.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like doom. You know, and it just and the second time when he's just like doom. Flash of light. It just it's a great song, man. Like, and I like that they end with that rockin' freaking organ keyboard solo. Like, it just this is one of the songs where I'm glad they pick it up. I'm glad they pick up the pace, go fast, you know, and just really, you know, rock it. You know, so I like Tuna.
I'm giving it a 10. I love Tuna. Tuna is freaking sick. You know, I like that it's more upbeat and just more kind of in your face. Rocking out. The riffs are cool. The guitar solo is awesome. Both of the vocals are really dope. And here's some, I'm reading Wikipedia, so take that with a grain of whatever, you know. So I guess this album, they said it's based on the 17th century esoteric scholar Johannes Barbarus.
Oh.
Whoever that is, you know.
Well, there you go.
So there you go. So now we know what it's about, you know. Like, so here's who sings on what or whatever. So pretty much all of them have like choir next to them, but here's like the lead vocals. So Mats Levin does lead vocals on, it looks like Gothic Kabbalah, Perennial Sophia. I wonder if he's the low voice maybe? I don't know. Son of the Staves of Time, Close Up the Streams, Three Treasures.
The problem is it says he's lead vocals there, but he's also lead vocals for track 1. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, but this one's choir though. That one's choir and that one's choir for Der Minner Schnacklow.
Oh.
But these ones don't have choir on them. So like I'm only reading the ones that don't have choir next to it. Like this dude's on Perennial Sophia choir as well. But like
I see what you're
his
saying.
doesn't have like backing or anything. So I'm wondering if Matt's does. That'd be interesting. If somebody actually knows, like if he does the low voice stuff on Perennial Sophia, that would be cool. And then this dude, Snowy Shaw, does so lead vocals. He does Wisdom in the Cage. Looks like he does Tuna 1613.
Oh, okay.
I guess he does Wand of Abaris and Three Treasures and Adorina Rediviva.
Okay.
Whereas those other songs, he just does the choir parts.
Right.
And then Mats Levin does TOF the Trinity, Adoruna Rediviva, Three Treasures, Close Up the Streams, Son of the Staves of Time, Perennial Sophia, and Gothic Kabbalah, all as lead vocals. He has a lot of parts. Yeah. And then I think that one woman who has a cool voice, Katarina Lilja, she does vocals on Gothic Kabbalah, Perennial Sophia, Troll, Close Up the Streams, Falling Stone, Chain of Minerva. So she basically does the lead vocals probably for most of the female parts.
Vocals.
Yeah.
Huh.
And then there's Hannah Holgerson, vocals soprano. So she does soprano vocals throughout.
I wonder if she was the vocalist on track 5 or something.
Ooh, Jonas Samuelson, he's Nerby. I don't know what that is. He does the tenor on Tuna 1613, so good old Jonas.
Okay.
And he does Path to Arcadia and Eldorina de Viva.
Yeah, not bad.
And I think that's it for like the main singers. Everybody else is kind of just small stuff. But kind of cool. Anyways, just for your viewing pleasure so that you know.
So you're still confused, you know?
Yeah, we're confused. Alrighty. Yeah, I think we already said everything about Tuna, huh?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Ready for Troll?
Oh, what did you give it?
I gave it a 10.
You said, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Troll.
Yeah, let's do it.
Here we go. You know, these last two are still good, but they're going from freaking those last 4 songs. It's hard to keep up. It's got that adventurous vibe. I was like, this sounds like the ending of a Blind Guardian album. Keep marching on or something.
Like some tribal drum.
Yeah. I mean, it's Troll. I mean, what do you want from me?
It's Troll.
It's Troll. The
It's
first
kind of a
half,
hard one,
this
huh,
one
for
is
you
probably one of my least favorites.
Mm.
The first half is more like a 6, and the second half is like more like 7, 7.5, you know? I'm thinking either a 6.5 or a 7. It's not because I can't follow it. It's not because I'm not a smart guy, okay? No. No, but it's just kind of, it's just not as engaging. It's not as catchy. It's not as just hardcore as those first ones. I'm going to go 6.5 for now. It's good, and I do like the second half of it. But, yeah, what do you think?
I'm going to give it 7.5. Yeah, it's definitely not as good as like the rest of the album to me.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's the worst. I actually think I like Troll more than Close Up the Streams. At least with Troll, I feel like they're trying to do something interesting with it. And it mostly fits together. I just think that it drags on a little too long, you know?
5 minutes for...
Like it just, and I kind of wanted something a little bit more in it, you know?
Yeah.
I don't mind the whole, you know, like, I don't mind this song. It just, I wish there was something a little more interesting to go along with it, you know?
Yeah.
So,
I agree.
Yeah, it's still really solid.
It's a good song,
yeah.
but just not blow you away like some of those others.
I wonder if maybe if they would have had, like, another vocalist also coming in and doing some stuff, you know,
more variety,
like more variety or something. Maybe
when like half the song is just na 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 na, or like na 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 na. It's just, I don't know. It's a lot of just singing without saying anything. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, let's press on with all possible dispatch.
You know what they needed? Is some pianos, some keyboards. You know,
like I don't know. Yeah, something. I'm just not sure. It's a weird song anyways, so I just don't know what I'd throw in there to like spice it up, but I just felt like it just kind of dragged on and stayed in the same area a little too much or something.
Yeah, I feel that way. Yeah, all right, here is Close Up the Streams. This one sounds kind of ominous. This is kind of cool. more variety. It's more goofy. Got that filthy riff.
Yeah, this is pretty good.
Get ready for like more or something. Like Destroy Man or something. We have a guitar. Gives it this. I don't know. It's weird, like vibe. Yeah, it's a vibe. I don't know. I wish they had more horns because they have a little this and then track one. If they had more horns and some other ones, that would be cool. That's like a freaking Darkane Creation Insane ending there,
Right,
you know? Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
I don't know, that one's really cool.
That is a cool one.
That is a
Yeah.
cool- What do you
Yeah.
say? I think this is your turn.
Yeah, freak, man. Maybe I don't know if I'm thinking of like a. Do you like it more than Gothic Kabbalah track 2?
I don't know.
I'll give it an 8.5. Maybe I like it a little less than Gothic
but it's
Kabbalah.
close.
This song, I don't know if it's just because it's the last song in the first disc, and maybe I am coming off of the high
Yeah.
between 3 through 6. I guess maybe this one just is unjustly placed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just
The unfortunate place of being after all that stuff and at
Right.
the end when you're,
Well, because when I remember this song, I'm like, oh yeah, that old lady sounding, close up the street. She's got like a freaking witch's
Yeah.
brew.
She cooking
I was
stuff.
told. Like that's what I remember with this song when I think about it. And then she's only in for that first little bit. Like
yeah.
that's it. So she makes such an impression that like when I think
You're
of
like,
this
that's the
song,
whole
I'm like,
song.
that's like the whole song. It's like
Yeah.
close up the streams, and I'm like, yeah, close
And
up
then
the
you hear
streams,
that
whatever.
riffing and you're like, okay, this is a pretty good
Right,
riff.
yeah.
And then it goes all this other
the
stuff.
drums and like everybody does take it a little further,
Yeah.
I do think the chorus is a little bit weak. Just
Yeah.
run to me, said the voice, run.
Yeah.
I do think the chorus is a
If
little bit weaker.
If they had an awesome chorus or something, then it could have been a high like 9 or
Yeah.
something. It could have been an amazing song.
like a lot,
like,
yeah, but
I will run to me.
But it would change the feel
It
of
would
it.
change the
It would
feel.
really
It
change
wouldn't
the-
be all like weird and foreboding. It would be like more epic and stuff. And then they could freaking it wouldn't be a witch's brew song. It would suddenly be like an epic, run to me.
that would be kind of cool if there's a descending.
Yeah, something like that, during it, like that would give it like a
would be kinda
haunting
cool.
kind of epic
Yeah,
vibe.
I'd be down with that.
Yeah, I'd be down with
Yeah,
that
I'd be
too.
down
Yeah,
with
that would be cool.
descending.
And then they could, go back to the whole,
Close up the streams. Yeah.
I love how the bass is just doing that riff while he's all singing, that's I don't know, it's so smooth. There's this first half, there's so many bass moments where the bass guy's just like chugging along and it sounds so good, it feels so good.
Yeah.
Bass dude freaking nailed
Yeah,
it.
dude.
I think it's Christian Nyman's brother, whatever that dude's name was.
It's okay.
I'm sorry, Mr. Nyman.
Dude, there's like 8 or 9 people.
I know,
dude.
it's hard to remember.
It's like,
but I'm trying to remember them all. It's hard to keep them all track.
It's like,
though. Johann Nyman is a bassist.
Don't worry. We'll give you your guys' due. You guys are awesome. Okay,
everyone's
like,
awesome.
Everyone's awesome.
You're all great.
You're all great.
Fudge
you know,
Nay.
but like after every song, like I think it's this guy. I think it's this guy. You know, it's like
but I just want to give due. I just want to give some credit. He does a good job.
Look, we're up front. We don't know who does everything. You know, it's hard to keep track of them all.
Gotta read the book.
Yeah.
You ready for the second disc? That was the end of the first disc.
Yeah.
Thoughts on the first disc for our semi-annual fun blast, summer blast. You know.
I think I like it.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
Yeah. I think I like it too. You heard it here, folks. Yeah, that first half is freaking amazing. The second half is amazing too, but I feel like to a lesser degree.
I agree.
Yeah.
I do think it's not as good as the first half.
Yeah, and that last song for 14 minutes. There's some parts that are cool, but honestly,
I struggle with the last song.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I mean, that song is more like old school Therion because they have more choir stuff.
Yeah.
But it just, I don't know. It's just there's something about
was it track 5 or 6? Or Chain of Minerva or The Flowing Stone also feels like really old school Therion. I can't remember the melody though, but once we get to it, I'll bring it up. But, sorry.
But like there's something, sometimes, I mean, some of the choir stuff is cool, but sometimes the choir stuff has less personality than like a single vocalist does, you know?
Sure,
it's almost like when I still like some of the older Therion music, but there are some songs where I'm like, okay, this just sounds like the choir singing, and it's just like whatever, you know?
Right.
Whereas I think that if the choir's used like maybe more sparingly, I don't know. I guess I'm just not a fan of constant choirs. I'd rather have individual vocals with choirs and stuff.
Yeah, choirs backing, not leading. I guess.
Yeah. Or even variety, like freaking Typhon has like death growls along with the choir, and that works. Like it gives it variety. But when it's should we jump to Wand of Abars?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Yeah. This one is one of my favorites. This might be my second favorite.
Yeah,
and I think it's a song that no one like cares for or something, but I think this song is freaking amazing.
Well, this was also another early one. I feel like that we heard. Yeah,
this is like one of the earliest ones I heard, and it was so weird. But there's something magical about the freaking melody, and we'll get to it. This song's so sick. That low, I don't know if it's bass or key or what, but that sounds so cool. just to dig deeper into those ones, you know, like that would be kind of cool.
Wild. This is you, bro.
10. It's a freaking 10. I think the thing that throws people off in this song is that whole little like, how believe the way that you know, like, I think it sounds really cool. It's really freaking different.
Yeah.
But I think that's what most people's problem is. Most people are like, it sounds too, like makes them, like metalheads feel weird or something.
I remember,
but I'm like, this is freaking sick.
You know how we made all those mixes for Brian and Brennan? Brian remembered this song.
Oh, yeah.
And it just cracked him up. Like when I would go like dun dun, and then he'd be like dun dun, and then sort of a dun dun, like it's a memorable song whether you like it or not. You know what I mean? There's something about this song that is like kind of catches you, you know. But yeah, it's just kind of funny to hear like because Brian just remembering this one from Therion and just really enjoying that section.
Yeah.
But
and not just like that chorus too. Sparks and arrows from the sun. Her and him together singing that is just human mind. Sparks and arrows from the sun. Like there's something about like I don't know. Sometimes if you repeat a melody like enough in a certain way, like it gives it this catchiness. Kind of like freaking oh my gosh, I'm blanking on his name, but the song where it's like earth below us drifting farther,
I don't know who sings
floating
it.
weightless. Yeah, I can't remember his name, but
Johnny
it's
Cash.
like
Johnny Carson.
But like that like melody is like really repetitive, but it gets stuck in your head and it's really catchy and whatnot. And I feel like this melody is kind of similar in that regard, where they repeat these sort of like these melodies in a way that is just really catchy. And I don't know
Who does sing that song? It's like it's like 80s or 90s.
Yeah, it came out in like 1980 or something. It's not Gary Newman. It's someone where
And the Newfound Flags.
it's one of those. Yeah, it's.
Well, you could look it up, but
uh,
I'll share my thoughts on the Wonderful
Gosh,
Virus.
dang.
Like
Peter Schilling. It's Peter Schilling.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I only have that song. I've never heard anything else from Peter Schilling. But
Gotcha.
yeah.
I'm gonna give this one a 10. Also, I do think this is a solid song. You know, I think I like the transitions in this song. I like that guitar solo and everything. I think the song is a little bit long, but I don't want to cut anything out from it. You know what I mean? I like the outro. It just, I don't know. I think this is a great song. So I don't think it's my second favorite. I think it's probably my fourth or fifth favorite.
Yeah.
You know, I think I do like Sun and Staves with Time more, and probably
Cranial
Tuna
Symphony or something. Oh, Tuna.
Yeah, I like Tuna a lot.
Tuna's pretty dang good. I like some tuna.
But I also like TOF the Trinity a lot too.
That one's a
like
10.
that one's freaking dope
Yeah,
too.
that
So
one's
I don't
dope.
know. But this one's
Falling
probably like 4 or 5.
Yeah, I remember Falling Stone being another fast one because it's the one where it's like.
Oh yeah. Right, yeah. See, and that reminds me of like Lemuria type stuff, you know.
And then it starts like going and crap and freaking Lemuria.
Should we move on?
Yeah, let's move on.
It's nice. It's nice doing another album again because man, it's been like
been
a
a long
month and a
time.
half. Like it's been a long time since we've done an album. So,
Forever. Oh my
yeah, dude. Like I wanted to do another album, you know, and unfortunately, like everyone's freaking leaving. So you know, what do you do?
What do you do, man?
Anyways,
What do you do?
yeah.
Cool.
Let's move on.
Three Treasures. Here we go.
Ding, 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 ding,
This
ding.
one, Path of Arcady, are like good, but they're just not as good as some of the other ones.
Some songs like this remind me of like the message is more harmless.
Yeah.
One day, 3 men will find the cure of all pain hidden somewhere between the realms of France and Spain. The last 128, the second is 50, the finding is their fate.
They do a lot of times signature changes on this album too. That's why That's cool. Therion, you're cool. You're cool, man.
I actually would have been happier if they extended that outro out a little longer.
But they could say like 30 seconds.
You know, just a little, just a nice little,
Yeah, I like
this is me, huh?
Yep.
Honestly, I think I like it similar to Close Up the Streams. Like somewhere between Close Up the Streams and Gothic Kabbalah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Kind of
like,
what I'm feeling.
so I'm
too.
feeling 8.5 or 9.
Go either way.
Freak, man. Yeah.
A part of me is like, man, maybe I should just make Gothic Kabbalah, Close With Streams, and Three Treasures all 9. Like, together, like all together. I don't
Go
know.
ahead and put Close Up the Streams down to an 8 for me.
Okay.
Because, there's that, like, old lady.
The Witch's Brew part.
And then this one, 8.5.
8.5.
I think I do like Gothic Kabbalah more than this one.
Yeah.
But
I think I might like this on par. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
I think I like it 8.5, maybe on par with Close Up the Streams, because this one has a better chorus, but Close Up Streams has a better verse section or something.
I actually kind of like Three Treasures'
kinda,
talking part.
Yeah. I mean, it's good, but it ain't no... I don't know. Yeah. But I just like, I like the hippie sort of, 3 will find, it's so peaceful, like freaking, yeah, cool.
Yeah. Oh, now we go into Arcady, huh?
Path to Arcady. I remember this one had a lot of choir stuff.
Yeah.
You ready for Path to
Yeah,
Arcady?
let's do it.
I guess part of the opera parts, I guess. Yeah, as a dude, like... When I recall your name, I recall they're just doing something different.
I don't really remember this section, to be honest.
I can't remember it either. It's been a while.
I'm all like bobbing along.
It's like an hour and a half left of this. Or a minute and a half left of this. And I'm like, I don't remember this.
I'm trying to remember where we go from here.
Oh, isn't the part where he talks, like monologues or something? No, that's the beginning of the last part. Yeah, he's all like, in ancient times. Yeah. All right, they do this. My turn, huh?
Yeah.
I know, dude. This
Yeah,
next
dude,
song
I
is
like the
freaking
next
wild.
one a lot.
I think I'm giving that one probably a 7 or 7.5. Probably 7.5. It's good, but it just doesn't have that as much aplomb as the rest of the album, you know? But
I just feel like it's missing like a huge part of the song or something.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, like,
I mean, it's just only has that dun and then dun for like the first half, like minute and a half or 2 minutes or whatever, and then the last bit is just kind of that soloing and the riffing. It's there's not a lot of meat on the song.
I think I like it about as much as Truel. I'll give it a 7.5. I feel like Truel's got a little bit more of an identity than this one. I feel like this one struggles a bit with like what they're going for. You know, it just kind of happens, and you're just kind of like, oh, okay.
It's almost like it needed another vocal melody instead of just that one or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. You ready for TOF the Trinity?
Yeah. Let's go TOF the Trinity. You know, another Pat to Arcade.
Enough of that one.
TOF the Trinity.
Yeah, here we go.
Whoa! Castles are flying on the house now.
Gotta take them off. You gotta take them off. I'm glad they upped it up again, you know? Oh, TOF is Oh, yeah. Yep, you got it. You learned something new, you know? That's such an awesome moment. Yeah. No pitch from mine, and then I think he probably does a little random bar down or something.
This might be my second favorite album.
Yeah, I think someone's getting one on this one. Yeah, it was pretty good. I guess that's what they say in there. You know? Is that Norse? Or like, don't they? Did they say TOF there, or? I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe they say TOF the first time and then say it the second time. It doesn't sound like it, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to be. I don't know. He's just like, whoa,
Meow.
wild.
Oh.
So what do you? Or is it my turn? Or your turn? I think it's my turn. No, it's your
Four.
turn.
Yeah, it's me.
your turn.
Freaking 10. Yeah, I love TOF to Trinity. I think it's such a great song, man. Everything. It is complicated, and it took me a while, especially when I was younger. It took me a while to figure out what they were going
All
for.
the parts
all the
and-
parts
yeah.
and everything. But it just, it's a song that constantly one-ups itself, as it's going through. It's just like, I like that pause part where it's like, it just, man, yeah, I freaking,
Dudes all noodling everywhere.
yeah, they let the guitars go wild, like everyone's going wild in this song, so it's just so freaking good, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you think, man?
I give it a 10 too. I think it's awesome, and I like their high energy songs,
Yeah.
like their faster high energy songs. I can't think of a fast song that Therion has done that I don't like.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that ending part was like, I wanna open the door. I'm just like, yeah, that's such a cool way. Open the door. Trinity.
In the well, I guess. Yeah, it's such a great song, man.
Yeah, he's going wild.
Yeah.
You ready for Chain of Minerva?
Yeah, let's go for it. Yeah.
You're on the last three.
I like how we're talking about Path to Arcadia, and then we're just like, oh, so it's TOF, man. Yeah, this song, this reminds me of some of the area stuff. Too.
Yeah, it does kind of have that vibe. Yeah. Yeah, I know, right?
I look into the mirror. A picture
Like spooky.
A prophecy.
It's so wild. So where is this right now?
On the mountain.
He's just chilling there.
The lyrics remind me a bit of like the Orpheus style too. I'm talking about like that more the Finnish, style.
I see, I hear the lingering
Freaking double doll part.
Yeah, I know, right? For real.
sound of
That dude's voice is so good. probably my like two least favorites. Yeah. I was like, oh, it goes over. You're like, no, how much more do we got? I'm the Runa Antica. Well, you know. Yeah, I get it. Okay. Prophecy.
It definitely doesn't get my blood boiling.
And then it like leads into the rumble and stuff with like the grinding stone sound. Crazy. People. Yeah, boom, boom, man.
Oh, you get to talk first on this one, so
I get to, huh? Well, you know, sorry, dog. Yeah, sorry, dog. You just don't have it. You just don't have it. That's, that's just my feel, dog.
that dude. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. When,
when he did the black guy. I can't even remember that dude's name.
Randy Jackson.
Randy Jackson. Yeah, sorry, dog. You know, it was good, but it
Danny
just
DeVito's all.
Yeah, that was funny when he did that. That was
pretty funny.
Yeah, that song doesn't do as much for me. It's kind of like Troll. It's good, but it doesn't blow me away. 6.5.
I'm gonna give it a 7. I think it's like worse than Troll. I think one of the issues that I have with this song is like when the female vocalist comes in, it just reminds me of a section from another song earlier in the album. So it just this song doesn't feel like it's like as like, I don't know if original is the right word, but like it just, this song kind of goes, but it just doesn't leave an impression.
Yeah,
you know?
I think I was Mad Dog and Troll a little too much. I raised it to a 7.
Mad Dog and Troll.
Mad Dog and Troll. You know, I think it's better than this song. I think this song might be my least favorite. Yeah, because Troll was still good. Like it's still. Yeah, I think I was hard on Troll.
Yeah, you were hard on Troll. but like this song, like there's like pauses and stuff, but then the chorus doesn't do anything for you either.
Yeah.
So it just like. I don't know, man. This song, yeah.
The chorus is kind of like, okay, all right, we got a chorus here. All right, boys, you guys ready for this?
Yeah.
All right, let's make this work.
Yeah.
I can read the signs. I see eagles don't eat flies. Movements in the sky predict the year. The mind of mine flies high. All right, how about we just go?
Make this into a chorus?
I can read the signs. I see eagles don't. You know, it's just it's so random.
Yeah,
it doesn't have any hook. It's just they're just like saying the words.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's not really a hook. You know?
Movements in the sky predict the year. I guess that works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just, I don't know.
I can't even remember how it goes, and I just heard the song. You know, like it's just.
I see eagles fly.
They don't eat flies.
They don't eat. It just doesn't do a lot for me.
It doesn't do a lot, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe maybe it is more of a 6.5. Because I feel like Troll's a lot more better than
Troll
just a 0.5.
is better than that.
So I'll go with 6.5 if you want to go down to 6.
Yeah.
Because I think Troll's not a half step above. Troll is better.
It's not like Troll has a lot of things wrong with it. China Minerva. Although I do like the whole like
yeah, for like the first like 30 seconds and stuff.
Yeah,
then it just like
maybe I will go down to 6. You know,
I feel like there are problems with this song.
I feel like there's problems too.
Yeah,
there's problems. I mean it's good.
It's just not.
I don't know.
It's better than average. Like for those of you watching, an average is a 5. So you know, a 6 is still. It's just a little above average, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I mean, at least it's not some. It's still unique.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not some junky whatever song that sounds like a derivative like everything else. But they just don't hit it.
They don't hit it there.
There's some problems in it.
Some problems. Sorry, dog. You ready for Falling Stone?
Yeah, let's do it.
Here's
only got 2 more songs to go.
Yeah. This one's good.
Yeah, I always forget about this song. And then when it's like, I'm like, oh yeah. Old timpani.
Yeah. Little timpani action. Black Dog Run or whatever. Black Wolf Run, something like that. I remember I did that.
Yeah.
I was like, that was like the highlight of my part.
Percussion.
like a 1-minute mosh like the ending of that Cripple Black Phoenix song, or that Trace Adkins song.
I don't know. 6. So this is me, right? Yeah, I'm even numbers. So. Yeah,
you're the evens.
Oh man, this one
definitely better than Chain of Minerva.
Yeah, better than Chain of Minerva, but honestly, I think I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
Oh wow, you weren't digging this one that much.
Not as like because it's well maybe an 8. I'll give it an 8. Maybe I think I like it similar to Close Up the Streams, where it's like it's one that I'm not as familiar with, and I like the get up and go stuff, but the chorus doesn't do much for me. It's like I don't know, like this song is just missing something for me. What do you think? 9.5,
pretty cool.
Freaking high, yeah.
9.5, they're just freaking rocking. I like the way it builds up. It reminds me of that Leprous song, number 2 on the Congregation, where it's just like, and then he keeps on like doing drums and then getting faster as it goes or whatever. It kind of has that vibe where then as soon as they start going, and then he's like going, it's just really cool. I think the power is in the talking part, and the guitar solo is phenomenal. The chorus maybe isn't as strong as some of the other choruses, but I still think it's a great chorus. You know, it's still a great chorus. I think I like it a little bit more than the song Gothic Kabbalah. I don't know, it's just a cool, fast song, catchy. Yeah, and I like when they do the little voice part on her voice where it's like, you want them to read. Her voice sounds like kind of cool there.
So you want I do feel like she is giving it like her all and everything, you know, and personalizing the talking part, but I just
want a better chorus.
I don't know, there's something about this song that it's a bit forgettable for me a little bit. Yeah, because I've heard this album so many times, but The Falling Stone is not one that I think
that always. Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I don't know.
No, I think you got something there. No, I'm
9.5 is pretty freaking high.
I'm giving it a 9.5.
Pretty freaking high.
I don't know.
Gothic Kabbalah is more memorable to me.
But that's the problem. It's got the Kabbalah's at the beginning of the album, so it's like the placement is, you know.
I wonder if Falling Star, if it was placed somewhere else, if it would have been like one that I, you know, I don't know. It's just
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Well, it's right next to Chain of Minerva, but that didn't stop Tio at the Trinity. Yeah.
No. I think for the longest time, I think I always liked 1, 4, and 6 on the second disc, and then the other ones I would always forget. Like back in high school and stuff, I think those were the only ones that I would like go to or remember. Yeah, but I don't know, maybe I'll bring it down to a 9, but man, that solo's so cool, and the whole giddy up crap. I don't know, the only part that's weaker maybe is the chorus.
Yeah,
but it's not like it's not a bad chorus at all. Like it's still
it just
good.
Feels a little generic.
Oh, okay, I'll do a 9.
Yeah,
I'll do 9.
I wonder if like and
then I'll bring Gothic Kabbalah 8.5, and then I'll bring the rest of
I feel like Falling Stone. I wanted more male vocals in that song too. You know, like it would have been cool if like I still would want her being the lead and everything, but then some random like, you know, Matt's Levin guy go you want to, you know,
just like switching up just to
add more. And even for the chorus too. I don't know. I just wanted
if they had a guy do the chorus or something.
Well, no, variety. But I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. It I think this chorus reminds me a lot of Path to Arcady, where it's just kind of like, wait, was it Path of Arcady?
The one that was all like...
No, what was the one with the... I think maybe it's Three Treasures. Three Treasures. So the chorus reminds me of Three Treasures, where it's a little bit... And I wanted it to be not so sing-songy, not so just riding, you know, not so riding. I wanted the chorus to be like, you know, na, 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 this one, na, na, why can't I?
Like just more dudes in there.
Yeah,
just
something
to add a little more.
Yeah, I don't know, a little bit more.
I think I'm going 9.5. I think it's a pretty cool song.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm gonna keep with an 8.
that works.
There's something about this song that just isn't quite up there for me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah.
I try my best to explain myself. I just can't explain myself.
It's hard to when it's on the fly.
It's hard to when we haven't done a video in so long that I just can't do this anymore. No, I'm messing.
You ready for other
Yeah, let's do it.
Rediviva? All right, 13 and a half minutes. Here we go. I wish this was like a stronger closer. You know?
Right.
I remember
It does have some great
It's got
moments.
some good stuff, but yeah, I shouldn't count my chickens before they're hatching. Let's see how I feel in this one.
I'll suck if like the camera thing wasn't even
I know. It was all just like we're all just sitting here.
I'll just sit here and get all like, you know, blah, 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 blah.
reminds me of Mike Oldfield.
Yeah, Michael. Tubular bells.
Tubular bells crap going on. This part's kind of cool. A little reverent feel with the organ.
Yeah.
Honestly, dude, I barely remember this song. It's like coming to me as a guy.
This really does feel like a classical piece.
More than just a song. Yeah, like a freaking Macaroni song. Ja Zarathustra.
Oh, I do like this.
Yeah, this is cool.
This is cool.
This is pretty cool. Sounds more Therion-ish, you know? I just love keyboards. I think this is your, or no, you're the evens, I'm the odds, so it's mine. Yeah. You know, no, you know, I did like this song, and there were parts that were really good. I think that some of the those parts just really turned me off of the song because they're just kind of monotonous and kind of boring, I guess. But then some of the parts where they're like going for it, and like when that part is it's doing that one melody, can't remember the keyboard melody, but then the guitar is kind of going. It was like that. No, it was the other one, the one that they did twice, like earlier in the song, and then they did it kind of near the end.
Was it after the whole?
I think so. I think it's after that. Yeah. Pythagoras and Plato.
Yeah.
But anyways, that part was cool. I can't remember it. It did have some good parts.
It was like
something like that. Yeah, I think it was that part. The guitar's like doing like
Yeah.
while he's doing that. Was pretty
Something
cool.
like
And I like that monologue part. That dude's always freaking cool sounding on this whole album.
Ancient days, ancient world, simple song, the melodies, but the song was lost.
Yeah, he gets into it. I don't know. I'm feeling like a 7.5, but I wonder if I'm just maybe by the end of this album, sometimes maybe you're just kind of burned.
Right.
Like you're kind of just like I've heard enough. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna
what
give
do you
this.
think?
I'm gonna give this song a 9. I think this song is super solid.
Yeah,
The,
Rolling
the
Stone,
only thing that I would, for me, my issue is sort of like I like all of the sections. I just don't like where they're placed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I would have liked some of the sections to be placed in other parts. You
Yeah.
know? But I like all of the sections. It's just I don't know. But I going through this, I was like, man, this song might be a masterpiece because like some of the things that they were doing and everything, I was just like, wow, this is
cool.
Like this has more of a chance of me like feeling something in this song versus some of the other songs, you know? And so it's just that part of it is like I'm not as familiar with this one, but yeah, I like some of their ideas and things thrown into this song. I just wish the placement of the sections were a little different. And yeah, I think the whole you know, that was my least favorite part, but I wouldn't lose that. It's just that section to me is much more of the peril section, and I feel like it should have been placed somewhere a little past the halfway point. But they have it so early on, I can't feel impact with the whole
Like having it right at the beginning.
yeah,
like that.
having it at the beginning like that. I wanted it to be placed a little bit later so that it's more perilous, and I feel something more instead of having it early on and just, you know.
Yeah, and there are some parts that sounded like the end of the song, but they're like in the middle of the song. It just, I don't know. There's something it doesn't seem to be structured as well. I don't know.
Right.
It's got some good sections, but I don't know. It's not structured. It's weird.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but kind of an interesting song. I really like it though. You know, going through it with lyrics and everything and being much more immersed. It was nice to just be like, oh, okay, I see what they're doing, and you know, but
future.
Yeah, and the song really just kind of goes. You know, it's much more choral and things, less like single vocalist taking over at certain sections. You know, but yeah, I don't know.
Surprised by that.
It's still pretty interesting song though.
Yeah. Do you want me to do the scores?
Yeah. Did we get literally the same?
We gave it the same exact score.
Are we like twins or something?
It's like we're related.
That's weird. That's weird.
Yeah, so I did the scores, and the person that gave us the highest score was me. I gave it 8.9. Kevin gave it the lower score. He gave it 8.9. So the final score is 8.9 out of 10.
Yeah.
I do feel like this album's still a masterpiece. Maybe I was a little bit harder on it. Like, when I've rated it on Rate Your Music, I know I've given it like a 9 point something. But, you know, sometimes you're in different moods and sometimes your scores change depending on whatever, you know. But today I'm giving it 8.9. That's what I'm giving. But I still think it's a masterpiece. Like, I think it's a great album.
Yeah. Do you want to do your closing thoughts and I'll close out the album?
Sure. Yeah. I like this album. The musicianship is awesome. Every single person. Christopher, the main man, his songwriting, like he did a great job. All the other guys do awesome. The vocalists all stand out. They all are very distinct. They all bring their A game too. And I like the variety of songs on here. There's some symphonic stuff. There's like some proggy stuff.
A little bit of
it's a very different album. Like I don't even among Therion stuff. Like I feel like this is a little bit different. Granted, I haven't heard every single Therion album ever or anything, but from the majority that I've heard most of their albums. You know, and I feel like this one is different. I actually haven't even heard the new Leviathan 2 or whatever one, but
I feel like when I listen to other Therion stuff, I feel like this album's a little more complicated than some of their other stuff. I feel like there's a lot more jammed into their songs and stuff. And this album, at times, it feels kind of like a prog metal album at times, like for sure, you know. But like when I listen to like I'm mostly familiar with the Lemire Series B and stuff. I've heard a little bit of some of the other stuff, but not a whole lot. I think you've heard a lot more than me. But I just some of the other songs that I hear from Therion, it's like one idea, we center around this idea. And that's what we do for this song. But this album, it's like we got 10 ideas, we center around these 10 ideas in this one song. Like I just feel like this album's kind of jam-packed.
Yeah.
You know? And maybe that might be one reason why people are
Or
turned,
turned
off.
off, yeah. It
maybe.
might be an album that you have to listen to enough times in
Yeah.
order to get some of these songs, you know.
Yeah.
I know it's definitely an album that grew for me over the years, so
Yeah.
I don't expect every person to just listen to it on this first try and be like, that was freaking
Swell.
I got it. You
Yeah,
know, that
yeah.
was awesome.
Thrills.
But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say. Awesome album, phenomenal release, and yeah,
Yeah.
kind of underrated among Therion people, I think. But you know, maybe that's just an excuse so that we could just play the album.
Yeah, I'm like, thanks for doing this and everything. You know, it was cool to go through another album because it's been a while. You know, I really like this album. I'm glad we went through it, and I don't feel like the lyrics helped me get closer to the album. But it was still nice to know when they were saying their Titans and when they were saying their Odins and, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But like, it's still musically, it's just a really awesome album, you know. So I would encourage all of you out there to, you know, buy the album, you know, support the artists and everything, because I do feel like these guys really gave it their all, you know. And so it's just,
Yeah.
you know, I'm glad it's another piece of music that exists in the world, you know.
Yeah.
So
Pretty dope.
anyways, yeah, thanks everybody for watching.
That was a semi-annual event.
Yeah, semi-annual event, you know. Who knows if we'll do another event thing come like around Christmas time, end of the year,
Yeah.
you know, because last time we did Les Mis Rob, you know, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll come visit me, maybe Chad will visit me, I don't know, but we'll see. But yeah, thanks everybody for watching. We're Forgotten Legends of Sound, so have a good one.
See ya.